The United States has once again vetoed a draft UN Security Council resolution calling for an immediate, unconditional and permanent ceasefire in Gaza, as well as an end to Israeli restrictions on aid deliveries to the Palestinian enclave. Well, the text drafted by the elected 10 members of the 15-member council also sought the immediate, dignified and unconditional release of all hostages held by Hamas and the other groups.
U.S. opposition to this resolution will come as no surprise. It fails to condemn Hamas or recognize Israel's right to defend itself, and it wrongly legitimizes the false narratives benefiting Hamas, which have sadly found currency in this council. Council members ignored when the United States made clear that this resolution was unacceptable. The council instead adopted for performative action designed to draw a veto that extends Hamas terrorists and those who fund them and support them and gives them a lifeline.
Well, this is the 6th time that the U.S. has cast a veto in the Security Council over the Israel-Gaza war. The draft received 14 votes in its favor. Well, this week, Israel upped its offensive in Gaza, forcing Palestinians to flee south to save their lives. Now, the Israeli military said that 4 of its soldiers were killed and 1 was severely wounded while detonating an explosive device in the southern Gaza city of Rafah on Thursday. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has asserted that the military operations will continue until Hamas is completely dismantled and the hostages are freed. French President Emmanuel Macron has criticized Israel's settlement expansion in the West Bank and said that the best way to isolate Hamas is by recognizing a Palestinian state.
Israel delivered unique security results and restored its credibility in the region against Hezbollah, against Hamas, against key terrorist people in the regions. But having this type of operations in Gaza is totally counterproductive because this is being, I have to say, a failure.
Meanwhile, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez has said that Israel should learn from Spain's history of dealing with terrorism and that Israel won't beat terrorism by committing indiscriminate attacks on civilians. Sanchez also backed European Union's plan to suspend Israeli trade deals. Now, Germany, on the other hand, said it will reach a decision on whether to back sanctions against Israel before a European Union meeting in Copenhagen on October 1st. Meanwhile, reports say the UAE may downgrade its diplomatic ties with Israel if Netanyahu's government annexes part of all of the West Bank. Officials tell Reuters that Abu Dhabi may call its ambassador to Israel but will not cut its ties fully. This comes following the UAE's warnings that annexation would cross a red line and endanger the Abraham Accords.